Well, happy Friday, you trader nerds. It is Sweet Bobby, aka the man, the myth, the legend. And it is Friday. It is a day that Hamas has said, hey, let's all rise up and kill some folks. And hopefully that ain't going on. Is that why the market's down? Has somebody stabbed somebody or something today? What's the problem? We're down 0.54%. The volume is elevated today. People are scared, and the VIX is back up nearly to 20. And what do we see today? Well, we see an AD of negative 61. We're down 0.54%. We are down below the overnight low, which is what the purple line is. Let's see. We have an AD that's going down. The average hourly mid band is going down. Here's the overnight high. But, it's not really a bad looking day. It's just a lot of people are participating in the move down. Now, yesterday, it's almost like I'm Bob Stradamus, Oh, Bob Stradamus here said what? Bob Stradamus says, what's the market? What we'll probably do is go down maybe into the end of the day, and I'll be darned if we didn't. And then look at this, y'all. I mean, our 100% line called the top again, and then now we are weaving here on our 120% line. So it decides if it wants to be overbought or fairly priced. Right now we are fairly priced. It will want to test these areas where the vacuum has been, these little gaps of volume here. So two gaps of volume that it will want to test are these. So it's hanging out in this area. And of course, always the point of control is a place that it wants to go back to. Now, the problem is if we were to get a little bit of a bounce, the point of control will now shift here, but it has not yet. So the point of control still has a little bit of gravitational pull on this. So this kind of looks a little bit bearish to me. Let's go back to the linear regression. Linear regression up, up, up. We saw the volume going down. What did I say? This move has exhausted itself. Now we will look for a little bit of a pullback, and now we've got that pullback. So now we'll see what the market intends to do in the next couple of days. Let's see what our moving averages are looking like. Let's see, first of all, how the expected move looked today at the end of the week. So we did pop outside of the expected move, but not by a lot, right? We were contained pretty much last week, contained pretty much this week to the upside, and it set a little bit of a bullish tint for next week. Let's see what our 200 daily moving average looks like. We are just above the 200 daily moving average, which is a little bit bullish. Let's look at the 10 and 20 exponential moving average on the weekly chart. We are below both the 10 and the 20 exponential moving average. So that's a little bit bearish. And then let's go to the final one, which is similar to the 200 daily moving average, is the 10 monthly moving average, and we're just there. So we're kind of at a place where we're really close to those moving averages. So we will decide over the next few days if we're going to be bullishy or we're going to be bearishy. But right now, we're kind of neutral-ishy, as is evidenced by the linear regression band. So let's see how our little trade is doing today, how our little count's doing. It says we were down quite a bit today, and that's not surprising since VIX went up from what, 16 yesterday to almost 20 today. So we would expect a little bit of that. It says we've got an 86% probability of profit, and the portfolio looks a little bit like that. So it says we're at 38,427. Let's put that in, 38,427. Let me close this one. 38,427. Doesn't look like we're going to have any RICO today. 38,427. 427. All paper losses, y'all. 10, 13. It's Friday the 13th. Who come up with that? Friday the 13th. So we're down $938 from the day before. All right. And let's go to our Greeks and ratios. See how we're looking. Hey, Daddy's in a session, y'all. 147, 162. 147, 162. 162. I like my theta. Whoa. Wow. All right, and we are at 19 here, so that's a lot of theta, y'all. Maybe a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. Let's go to this, and we are at 25,100 on the. Beck, get a hold of your kids. So we're at 65%. What? Okay, well, tell my son to remove himself before I remove himself. All right, so let's see. Now, this is the one that's a little bit difficult because I don't have a lot of my positions grouped off, which I probably should start doing, right? So let's go and look at our positions and see if there's anything we could pull off. So it looks like we've got some. Oh, come on. It's hard to type when you're holding a cat. I think that's the password. All right, so let's look at our positions. So it looks like we've got, I don't know what crap this is. Oh, that's Victor's hedge on demand, I guess. Probably what that is. Let's see what we've got here. 7 days left. 7 days, 7 days. That probably is all a little bit of put debit spreads, I would think. 18 days left. You know, it's one of those things that it really doesn't matter, though. I just need to peel off a little bit of theta, and I can do it by getting rid of some of these little thingamajiggies here. Let's see. P&L open on this one is 53%, 62%. Let me just close one. Just to take a little bit off the top, y'all. A little bit of theta off the top. Go from 156 to 152. Let me take just a couple more things off here. Positions. Let's take this one off. Doesn't matter if they're profitable or not. It's just I'm taking stuff off just to give me a little bit of theta relief. Let's take off one more. One more. Just taking something off for 7 days. Those position. That should do it. We went from 156 to 143. Let's put that in, see what that looks like. 143. Oh, yeah, 162 to 143. That's better. Let's do that. And that took off a little bit of deltas, too. All right, good. Good. I think I'm fine there. I don't think there's anything else to do. Let's go to, dishwashing at Applebee's. Oh, we had Applebee's today, y'all. It was so good. So good. Let me show the picture if y'all didn't seen it. Let me show you the family picture. We had a good time today. Here we are. Look at there. Look at all those knuckleheads. Boy, I mean, you talk about, and Tim Knight, did y'all see Tim Knight on Twitter? He was like throwing off on Applebee's and the quality of the food. Y'all, it don't get any better than Applebee's. I mean, you get that Fiesta lime chicken and substitute mashed potatoes for the rice. Y'all, it just doesn't get any better for 1,170 calories. Stuff is good. That was right before I got thrown out. Yeah, that's good.
Well, what do you say we get thrown out of an Applebee's?
I was all right. So anyway, that's that little account right here. So let's I think we're done with this one. Unless, what you could do, if you're going into the weekend and you think Hamas is going to do stuff over the weekend, or Israel's going to do stuff over the weekend, or you got terror cells and all kind of stuff, you could put on a 14-day hedge. Let's see what our little thing says. Let's just do that going into the weekend. Let's see. By the way, does anybody want to be anyone want to be a reviewer of my book, a beta reader? Because it's all my beta readers have quit on me. I'm like, it must be the most boring book ever because everybody has stopped on me. Let's see, trading plan. Here we go. Let's see what this thing says about putting on little hedges here. Let's see, hedge, strangles, trade, optional hedges. All right, so here's a days to expiration. Buy out of the money ES puts at 14 days to expiration every week. Okay, well, annual cost of insurance, I could do that. It's probably a good time to do that. So why don't we go back to our net lick? Let's see, where's our net lick? We have 38,345. Let's see if we can do some math here. 38,345. Oh, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll send the manuscript out to you. 38. I think it's a great book. I mean, it's telling. Of course I did. Yeah, I wrote it. It's a great book. It's the book I wish I had listen to this. I mean, let's just bring it over just for a second. Y'all don't go anywhere. Let's just listen to this. Listen to this. Beth, listen to this. Ready? Tell me this thing. Beth's eyes twinkled mischievously. I think our farm has a way of bringing people together. I chuckled, placing a hand on hers. It certainly does. And I have a feeling those two have a promising journey ahead. As Noah and Madison finally headed toward Noah's car, their laughter echoing in the crisp evening air, Beth and I exchanged a fond look. The quaint farmhouse, surrounded by the gentle rustling leaves and the contented sound of the farm animals, stood witness to not only the practical lessons of real estate, but also the blossoming of connections and relationships. What do you think, Beth? It's not a comedy, Beth. It's a serious. I mean, come on. All right, so let's say 3% a year. Okay, so 3% a year times 0.03. So that means I can spend $1,150 divided by 52 weeks. Means I can spend $22 on a little hedge going into the weekend. So let's do that. So let's go in and let's go ES. And let's go 14 days, $22. So that means I'm going to find one that I can buy for 45 cents? Isn't that right? Trying to do my math here. Of course, it's going to be down there, isn't it? So let's buy, let's see if we can buy this one for 45 cents. 45 cents, which will be $22.50. That's about right where I need to do with $25 with whatever there. And it's going to increase my buying power by $5.25. So let's see if we can get filled on that. Come on, baby. Come on, sweetheart. Beth gave me a mischievous little look. I guess I'll pump it up. Pay $25 for it. And we are in, baby. And so that took our data down even more. Let's see if it made a lasting little thing on our little thing here. Let's do a little what do you call this? See if that did anything. Made us a little hump right there, didn't it? It was just a little bit of a hedge going into the weekend. So I kind of like that. All right. Are we still doing Victor split DTE setup? You're talking about the 1-2-1. I still believe in the 1-2-1, but I want to. But here's the thing: based on how everybody was doing, net lick wise with the 1-1-2 and the longer date, I love that better. It seemed to be more resilient. So I'm still mixing in both. So, but since I have mostly 1-2-1s, I am layering in some 1-1-2s. So are we still doing it? I think either way is fine. Because I've not taken a loss on any of them. We've not rolled or taken a loss on anything. Any losses that we had were just paper losses. So I still think it's a resilient strategy. Don't you, Lily, think it's a resilient strategy?
What?
I don't know. All right, so let's see our next account. Let's see how this is doing. All right, go lay down, baby. We fixing to all take a nap, okay? Okay, well, you show me in a minute, okay? Go down there while Daddy finishes his little session here. So, get on the right account here. Let's see how our Crimson account is doing today. And we are at 24,197, 24,206, 24,205. We'll do 24,205. 24,205. That's a bad looking day. Hey, interestingly enough, how are you guys? You saw me, I'm down $847. How are you guys that are doing the 1-1-2? Stacy, can you talk or can anyone say? I'm curious if anybody can say, hey, I'm down blah, 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 blah compared to what the market is. Maybe you're not down as much as I am since I've got mostly 1-2-1. 10, 13, 23. Let's go to our Greeks and ratios. Anybody wants to volunteer some information, that'd be good. So we're at 147. 147. 147. 47. And Vix is at 19. Beth, get Lily. Well, she just kind of, 14,200, say 14,300. Get your kids under control, Beth. All right, so we're at 59%. Oh, I love where my theta's at though. Oh, my theta is good. Really love that theta. Let's go over here and see if anything's saying to exit or do. No, not at all. I just think we stay where we're at. Let's look at and see what our over here. It's easy to see what our naked puts are. We want to go to the option delta. And remember, there's really nothing to do until these things get to 30 delta. Well, 17, 16, 15, 14. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. Okay. So I think we're doing good. Let's see how we're doing in comparison to the market. Looks like we went down more than the market did, but I like keeping a look at it anyway. So let's see. Market's at 12.31. We're at 7.61. I don't like that. All right. What are y'all saying? What's the rationale behind that longer duration? Okay, guys. Good session. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. We are going into Muscadine Mafia session next, and I will see y'all Monday.